Mcom Sem-2 Portfolio Management. Today we are going to discuss about concept of portfolio management. So first we need to learn about portfolio. What is portfolio? Is it the investment or investment instrument? No, my dear students. These two words are not proper for portfolio. So let's learn the definition of portfolio. It says that a portfolio refers to a collection of investment tools such as stocks, shares, mutual funds, bonds, cash, and so on, depending on the investor's income, budget, and convenient time frame. So that is the most important points is investor income and budget. Well, as we know that these 2 points are very essential in any way of business, because without assumption of income and budget we can't do any business. Then portfolio management. A portfolio management is the art and science of making decision about the investment mix and policy, matching investment to objectives and asset allocation. Now, I would say that it is the art of managing the money. Listen to me very carefully, students. Management of money is very expertization work, and in our home, every mother who is the best example of management of money. It means how can she manage our home? Okay, it's very easy to learn by an example. Here is Mr. Ram. Mr. Ram wants to invest his 1 lakh rupees. Here is many options for him. He will invest his money in bonds, stock markets, mutual funds, and cash, etc. But Mr. Ram can't decide to invest in which securities. He is confused in 2 options. First is to invest in only one security, but other one is to invest in different securities. You think to invest in different securities? Yes, you are right, students. Suppose I am a portfolio manager of Mr. Ram and I will make his portfolio. Let's see. So there is 4 securities are mentioned here. First is share of Tata Company, rupees 20,000. Second one is share of Reliance Company, rupees 30,000. Bonds, 10,000. And last one is mutual funds, 40,000. And I have drawn the total value of portfolio rupees 1 lakh. Is it clear? Yes. Now, what is the result? Let's see that after 1 year, in these 3 securities except bonds, he gets profit, and only in bonds, loss. Mr. Ram invested his 1 lakh rupees. After 1 year, he gets 1 lakh 50 rupees. But portfolio suggests that this gap is converted into profit in our total income. So I think if Mr. Ram invests his total money in only one security, maybe he gets profit or face to loss. But in this situation, we can't make sure about return. So portfolio management can balance your investment while profit return. Now, you can understand that investors aim for a return by mixing these securities in a way that reflects their risk tolerance and financial goals. For additional hands-on help, you should find a financial advisor like portfolio manager who can guide you through building an investment profit and portfolio that right for you. When we talk about portfolio, some of the students are very confusing in between portfolio and mutual funds. Let's be clear that what is mutual fund? Mutual fund is a mechanism for pooling the resources by issuing units to the investors and investing funds in securities in accordance with objectives as disclosed in offer document. It means that mutual funds also offer good investment opportunities to the investors. The investors may seek advice from experts and consultants, including agents and distributors of mutual fund schemes, while making investment decisions. It means portfolio management services offered tailored to meet your financial goals. You might want to invest a lot of money in a single stock, you can do. And portfolio is a collection of funds owned by an individual. But then mutual fund is a pool of investment that is managed by a professional fund manager. In the mutual fund, the fund manager decides where your money is invested and how much is invested. So I think you have cleared about portfolio and mutual funds. Now, an important aspect of investing is understanding the type of investment risk and the best procedure to minimize the negative effect on a portfolio. Most investors are being forced to accept additional risk to achieve investment returns that will meet their long-term goals. Most of us think of risk as negative. I'm going to encourage you to think a little differently about it. Let's look at the different type of investment risk and how a portfolio manager can use the tools available to improve their probability of positive outcomes instead of negative outcomes. So here are market risk. There is two type of market risk. First, systematic risk, and second, unsystematic. Systematic risk refers to the risk inherent to entire market or market segment. Systematic risk affects the overall market, not just particular stock or industries. This type of risk is both unpredictable and impossible to completely avoid. It cannot be mitigated through diversification, only through hedging or by using the correct asset allocation strategy. Examples: first, currency. Second one is recession, politics and inflation. And other one is macroeconomic factors. These are the examples of systematic risk. Unsystematic risk. In the context of an investment portfolio, unsystematic risk can be reduced through diversification commands return in excess of the risk-free rate. An important concept for evaluating an asset's exposure to systematic risk is beta. Since beta indicates the degree to which an asset's return is correlated with broader market outcomes. Last, the example of unsystematic risk: bad management and large product failure.